G'day guys, welcome back. My name is Wildcard. Thank you for being here and watching my content. I really do appreciate it. You are here today because it's Friday and it's Super Rugby Round 9. The head of the table, the Chiefs, hosting the Fijian Endurers in Waikato, and the heavens above has opened up as well, bucketing down rain. This was as hard as this was going to get for the Endurers. This was extremely difficult match for the Endurers. And despite the scoreline, 50 points to 17, the Endurers had a period of a comeback where it instilled a lot of hope to all the Fijian fans out there. But in the end, the Chiefs, they're top of the table for a reason. They're undefeated for a reason. The big gun All Blacks in the team stepped up another level to finish the game really, really strong in the second half and pulled the Endurers away 50 points to 17. This was quite a difficult match for the Endurers, as I already mentioned. The head coach for the Chiefs has really done a brilliant job this year. What's his name? Clayton McMillan. Clayton McMillan has just signed to the Chiefs once again to 2026. This is just like the way the teams played in the Chiefs, right? Despite it was raining, they were happy to throw the ball around, just like the Endurers as well. They had that, the Fijian style rugby of, spreading the ball around, quick counter attacks, tap and goes, no like set piece, complex, stalemate. It's just all fast paced rugby. Despite the rain, both teams were able to handle the ball quite well. I thought the Chiefs were just brilliant with the kicking game, with the handling game, and the Endurers, it is a difficult match for them. Made the effort to come back, did not give up when they were down quite a bit of points early in the first half and made themselves back, got themselves back into the game. But yeah, it was just a little bit too much to overcome the Goliath that is the Chiefs team going into this test, going to this match essentially. So let's have a look at some of the stats and some interesting stuff. So the referee is the Kiwi, Brendan Pickerel. He has been refereeing a lot of the Fijian games. I thought it's been fair. Most of the games, there were a few yellow cards given to both teams for repeated penalties, but it wasn't really, I didn't think it was nearly as one-sided as it was last week with the Australian referees. So I thought that was okay today. But let's have a look at some of the interesting stats out of this game. So 8 tries to 3 for the Chiefs. 650 run meters to 356. Like I said, the Chiefs, despite the rain, both teams were happy to run with the ball. Lots of carries to both teams, and it was quite impressive considering the conditions. What the teams would put up with. 20 turnovers conceded against the Chiefs, so the Endurers really made the Chiefs work really hard to retain the ball, and there was one beautiful counter attack from the Endurers as well from inside their own half, which led to a try, something that you will pay money to see. 11 turnovers conceded by the Endurers, so much better. Thumbs up, much better for the Endurers in that regards. Tackles made 127 for the Chiefs, 12 missed tackles for the Chiefs. Again, world-class defense for the Chiefs team. The Endurers, though, 143 tackles made, 14 missed tackles. The rain did look a little bit slippery, and also just the maneuverability of the Chiefs team was just really another cut above a lot of the teams out there today in club rugby levels. We have D-Mac. Brent Gatlin was looking like he could potentially challenge for the All Blacks jersey. He was just so brilliant with a lot of his kicking game, a lot of his ball handling and decision making, and just the quick ball in the Chiefs backline again and again was able to find space for a lot of the Chiefs players. And also the Chiefs 4-pack we saw again and again, Somasoni Takiaho, Brody Retallick, really showing that physicality, bringing that physicality to the game and making it not just Fijians, very difficult for any Super Rugby team to handle right now. There's a reason they're undefeated. The combination of the fast-paced backline and the brutal physicality up front is keeping the Chiefs right on the top of the table, untouchable at the moment. And the Endurers, 40 missed tackles really showed the difficulties they had to face today. Kicks in play, again, like I said, 26 kicks in play against for the Chiefs. Like the kicking game was just absolutely spectacular. Like the rain makes it really difficult to defend as well. Very slippery. Both just chasing the ball down and being able to scoop it up over the ground is a difficult task for the Chiefs, for the Endurers. So, and also the variety of the kicking game that the Chiefs possesses with both Damian McKenzie and Brent Gatlin, 2 kicking options on the field, and both are really good at just kicking behind you, a little kick across field, and just like the variety, like very unpredictability. It's just really difficult for any team to kind of like read what was going to happen. So that's another area where where the Fijian really struggled a bit today. The rocks are pretty even. Lineouts, this was really good for Endurance. So I was really pleased that the Endurance always had this issue with lineout throws, and it's usually just like silly stuff, like not straight, just basic, just basic like technique issues, essentially lineouts, and that has been drastically improved for the Endurance. So I'm very happy to see that. Like no lineouts lost despite against Brody Retallick, one of the best lineout operators in the world. The Endurance was able to not lose any of these their own lineouts, and the rain and everything did not affect the throw. There was like no straight throws or anything, not like silly knock-ons in the lineouts. So yeah, no like perfect lineout session for the Endurance. Considering the circumstances, it's incredibly good. One scrum loss, obviously. Somasone Takiaho, and also the Chiefs scrum is a very dominant one. Only one scrum loss. It's something that's still quite good for the Endurance. Penalties considered again and again. Endurance is one of the teams that seems to have one of the best discipline. I don't understand how. There was 2 yellow cards, right? One of them was a bit silly, where I think one of the Endurance players was tackled one of the Chiefs player in an offside position, which would in a potential try. I mean, it basically tried to stop a try, which was very cynical. That was a yellow card. The second one was like repeated penalties. So yeah, it was a bit difficult because you can see that only 6 penalties overall were conceded for the Endurance. Always like the overall penalties conceded for Endurance has always been quite decent. So 6 is like really really good for any given team. For the Chiefs, 8 penalties conceded, which is also really good. Any number that's below 10 is quite good. 1 yellow card for repeated penalties against the Chiefs, which I thought was fair as well. So both teams had the moments where they were under pressure, and then they were giving away the yellow card. So let's have a look at the point summary. So a lot of tries has been scored for the Chiefs. So again, the rain, the kicking game was really played into the Chiefs' advantage. So right from the start, 2 minutes in, the Chiefs were on the ball. 2 minutes in, Ratama goes in. Sean Stevenson goes in at 7 minutes, or less than 10 minutes. The Endurance are already down 10 points, and it was just for both these tries, was just like the maneuverability of the Chiefs teams. Happy to kind of like send the ball out wide, and just the handling, the quick ball passes, was able to find space out wide, and the Endurance was not able to defend the wide channels quick enough for both these tries. Bo Shea goes in at Endura fights back for the first try. Kana Kai Vata goes in for 60 minutes into the game. Gets Endurance back on the board, but immediately on from the kickoff, essentially the Chiefs gets themselves back on the front foot. Bo Shea goes in 90 minutes in for the Chiefs' third try. So yeah, Chiefs was very comfortable leading, going kind of like towards the end of the first half, and then DMAC once again scores a try at 26 minutes. Again, just good handling, nice little loop head behind the back line, and DMAC finds himself in a lot of space and just speed goes like out wide. Just he had players out wide he didn't even need. He just like ran straight through for another try for the Chiefs 26 minutes in. And then Endurance, they didn't give up. They fought. They kept themselves in play. They were putting a lot of pressures at this point before the end of the halftime. I think the Chiefs got a yellow card here as well. So yeah, just a lot of repeated penalties against the Chiefs, giving away a penalty, yellow card. And Endurance, they had one time where they went over the line just before this try was scored, where the number 2 just happened to drop the ball on the try line, which was a little bit disappointing. But eventually, the Chiefs was not able to hold on with one play in the bin. The Endurance just nothing crazy, tap and go. Eventually, the Chiefs cracked 36 minutes. Naito Kani goes in for Endurance second try, and then immediately with the play in the bin, the big All Blacks starting to really step up for the Chiefs. Somasani Takiaho, the best hooker in the world. By the way, there was a few times where I thought Takiaho was going to score, and it was held up or stopped by the Fijian Endurance. Takiaho, when it comes to that 5 meter short burst to go for the try line, he's one of the highest, if not the highest, strike rate in the world. He's borderline unstoppable when it comes to that big leg drive to the darting for the try line sort of thing, pick and go near the try line. Almost unstoppable in the world. He hasn't been stopped quite a few times, but yeah, this time, one time, 37 minutes, it was just too much for him. His physicality just a bit too much. Immediately after conceding a try, Takiaho helps the Chiefs fight back gets himself one back on the board. 5 tries to 2 at halftime for the Chiefs. Yeah, second half starts. The Honduras managed to get himself in the game. Really came out strong. The Chiefs had a bit of a was attacking, and just fronted up in defense and scored himself a turnover. And just nice hands, spread them out wide. Well, we saw this almost every week now. They just ran pretty much almost the full length of the field from well deep inside their own half to score this beautiful try. Durasese was the one that was the eventual player that gets the pop up of the ground and goes in for the try 45 minutes in. And after this try was scored, the Honduras was putting a lot of pressure on the Chiefs, right? Chiefs was holding, but defending. They're just world-class players, and the Chiefs team did really well to manage the situation. And then for the next about 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes, the Honduras was on the front foot. Neither team was able to score, but eventually the physicality, the big guns, the All Black, Brody Retallick steps up for the Chiefs on the 70th minute. And I think at this point, the Honduras also giving away another yellow card, and then giving away another yellow card. So the Chiefs had a play advantage as well to finish off the game. Retallick goes in with his physicality in 70 minutes. Tupu Vai'i, another huge player, goes in for the Chiefs at 73 minutes. And then finally, on the last minute, Nana Soturo goes in for the Chiefs to finish off the game 50 points to 17. Yeah, it is what it is. So I think the positive for the Honduras is the improved lineouts, and also just the ability to handle the ball in the rain, in wet conditions, still look quite impressive. The defense needs to be improved. I mean, the Chiefs is really, really good at that. And also the kicking game is not an issue that they're still struggling with, something that they can work and improve. And the Chiefs, I don't know, this is really, they've been learning a lot of the structures from the Northern Hemisphere. You can really tell the defense is really just impeccable. And when it comes to attack, I mean, the Chiefs playmakers, D-Mac and Brent Gatlin, was just really very, very difficult to predict with two playmakers, and both are very, 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 very trigger happy when it comes to the kicking game. So it is incredibly difficult to deal with the Chiefs, and still undefeated for a reason. 50 points to 17. Let me know your thoughts on this game, guys. Did you think the referee was fair this time? And like, comment, and subscribe. Much appreciate everybody watching my videos, and I'll see you guys for more reviews this week. Cheers.